Welcome, Echo units and Nepa fans, to Nepa TV's opening night coverage of the Pro Series 2 playoffs. We have got some AAA Wildcard action coming your way tonight. Super excited to be joined tonight by none other than Nails on the play-by-play, as well as the Gunslinger, who will be providing our analysis for tonight's two matchups. We're going to start off with the Western Conference Wildcard, which will bring Junction City up against the Frisco Dragons. Followed up in 1 hour will be Daytona and Scranton in the Eastern Wildcard game. Should be great games. Let me welcome in Nails and Gunslinger to the show. Gentlemen, say hello to the people.
What up, everybody? Happy playoffs. I got my playoff jacket. I'm ready.
He's got his playoff jacket. He's looking spiffy as hell.
ready. Got my shamrocks on. It's going to be all playoffs. I'm sporting it.
All
what up,
playoffs,
Brutus? Good to see you.
Indeed. This is wild card matchups. This is win or go home, Nails. So you know there is a lot on the line for both of these teams. Talk to us about the Junction City Juggernauts, who will be repping the Orange Squad tonight.
What up? Yes, we've got Phenom, Sir Captain Spoon, UG, Empty, and Suprum ready to rock, ready to roll tonight. They are coming in tonight at 6-8. But both times during the season here, they took L's against the Frisco Dragons, looking to redeem themselves tonight, running that wild card slot and trying to work their way forward here in the playoffs. Z, who do we got over the other side?
For the Frisco Dragons, we have Zamazu, Geo, 3R, which I believe is Griffin, and Wasad, WASD. That is going to be the team for the Frisco Dragons. Sorry, Nels, go ahead.
Sir, point of parliamentary procedure. It is WASD. Got it. WASD. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
I'll make sure to say it with so much emphasis that it just comes through with so much energy you're not even expecting it.
That is right. Well, we are going to look to get this match underway just about as quick as we can, but we can't start playoffs without talking about rules, because I'm pretty sure Jucifer would just drop out of the chat if we didn't accomplish this. So let's talk about the Nepa rules that are the same from the regular season going in here to the playoffs. You can expect 4 8-minute quarters with a running score. The team with the most points after all 4 quarters will win the match. There's a 5-minute halftime. Each team has a 1-minute timeout available per half. You will see 5 players tonight, at least on the Junction City side, on the screen, but only 4 will be in the arena at any given time. So it is a 4v4 format. Overtime is played as a golden rule, and always, Nepa tolerates 0 toxic or discriminatory behavior. So we don't want to see it in our matches or anywhere else in the game of Echo as we look to grow this sport into what we all know that it can be. I am starting to hear that sweet, sweet sound of ready ups. So let's get this match underway. Nails, Gunslinger, over to you.
Thanks, Brutus, and Z, good to see you, man. Hope everything's keeping warm out there in Alaska.
Oh, you know, it hit 30 below 30 this weekend. So if that tells you anything, it's only September.
That's technically still a heat wave.
Oh man, you don't gotta bully me that much.
And we are off. Brutus, do the thing.
Let's go!
Oh yeah, and the playoffs have officially begun. As Junction City, JCJ, gets the first touch there, gets taken away, gets sent right back over by the Frisco Dragons, who are playing 4 players deep only for tonight. JCJ bringing in 5 with a sub, sends it over behind the goal. Zamasu's trying to pick it up. We got ourselves a loose disc. Good slap away there by the Junction City Juggies, as I like to call them. Rolling straight through the center of the valley there. Empty's going to send it right back into the blue side bubble. Loose disc here. Nobody's able to collect on it as Wazdi picks it up, gets stunned out there. Good pickup by Faye. Faye kicking it over to the near side. Empty right back to Faye. 4-2, and they are on the board.
Yeah, quick 2 points there coming from the JCJ side. That passing play to set up Phenom there coming from Empty was a beautiful setup there to give themselves 2 points and a quick start here in this first quarter.
And a good put there off of the initial touch there, losing it for Junction City. On the comeback, way to recover there, put some points on the board as Joust advantage goes to the Dragons. They're coming out fast. Zamasu kicks it over to Gio. Gio's working some magic and some juking around the Geos, but not enough there as Empty's going to steal that, pick that pocket, send it a long send clear, gets caught up there on the far side Pac-Man, and the offense overshoots as Wasi's there to pick it up at the bow tie and start moving it back the opposite direction.
Yeah, and passed over to Zamasu now. We're seeing that the offense here for the Frisco Dragons try to pass around this JCG defense. Unfortunately, the defense of the stacks for JCJ have just been so fast here, and this we've seen so far. They're trying to get those clear out, and maybe just a miscommunication there on the pass that will be picked up there by 3R, all the way cleared out into the side of the JCJ. Now handled there by Suprum on the other side. Suprum has some defense coming in that will be cleared all the way out, but picked up by Gio on the other side, trying to find a teammate here. Will find a pass down low and to Zamasu. Zamasu's going to try to take that angle, but just unfortunately not finding it as Gio picks it up. Gio now handling that disc, doing some spinning around, going to try to take it in and finds 2 points here for the Frisco Dragons.
Good pick up there by the Dragons. Great answer. And Gio, to his namesake, using them Geos to shake some of that defense, get in there and find an open lane for 2. Now Joust advantage over to Junction City Juggies as they're coming out looking to put some more points here on the board. Unable to stop that offensive push. Good long send there on the relay, trying to get there. Gets picked up by, who did we say that was? Was that Robbins or Griffin? Griffin. And Griffin's going to pick that up, send it right back through. Good slap through, trying to take a shot there on the back. I think that was Zamasu. Griffin's going to pick that up there on the loose disc, try to bring it right back in, slowing it down, looking for options here. Gets jumped by the defense before they can get there. Gets off to Wazdi. Wazdi coming in there off the bottom, tries to put the jukes on. Supra has none of that. Going to pick the pocket, send it right back through the valley there. Gets caught up in the neutral zone. And first to it looks like is going to be the Dragons as Wazdi picks that up, moving it right back for another offensive push. And that 2-man defense from the Junction City Juggernauts is causing havoc here. Able to get a shot off there from Gio, but not able to connect. Is going to get slapped away there by Faye.
Yeah, and Faye there slapping it away down into the side of the Dragons here. Gets a clear out, will be challenged by the defender. Unfortunately, just not enough challenge. That will be Zamasu handling that disc now. Resetting it back into that tunnel side. Will find a cross pass over to Gio. Gio now holding that disc. Upside down, we've been seeing him play inverted a lot here in this first quarter. That might be his play style. That will be a pass over to Zamasu. Zamasu's going to try to find a cross pass. Does find Wazdi. Wazdi's going to take it in. Try to find something here. Unfortunately, just not finding anything there. That will be Griffin, but unfortunately taken away there by Yuji. Now cleared out into the side of the Frisco Dragons. Will be picked up there, slapped away into the right side of the Frisco Dragons. Will be Griffin there handling that disc, passing it over to Zamasu. Zamazu's there trying to find a teammate on the other side. Will not find anybody just yet. As I said, that Griffin will find it, taking that long 3 off the backboard. Beautiful shot there to extend their lead up by 3 now for the Frisco Dragons.
Great send there by Griffin's going to get one off the backboard there, finding a nice lane as he's getting harassed there by the defense, able to get it away. And tonight, the Frisco Dragons coming in, still ready to put the heat on here as Junction City is trying to find an answer here to go ahead and close this back to a tie game. They get it through the near side tunnel. Yuji's picking it up, doesn't like what he sees, sends it over high to Empty. Empty doesn't like what he sees either, drops it right back, and right as he's trying to get a hand on it, I think that was Gio that got there first, breaks up that play. Wasi's going to grab it in the near side tunnel, send it right back out on the orange side bubble. We got ourselves a fight over there by the clock. Zamasu's going to come with it and dunk it in for 2. The fight of his life. The sub for tonight from the PDR. Zamasu making a name, putting 2 on the board.
Yeah, 2 on the board there for the Frisco Dragons. Something I've been seeing from them so far is when they get those clears out, they are able to get their stacks down there and pick it up 99% of the time. It might not be a shot immediately, but they will find a pass option and get those points on the board.
And that they do as they continue to get that press. But, ooh, Yuji. Someone made the mistake of leaving the house unlocked while Yuji was walking up the block. And he went ahead and cashed in on that for 3 points. 14 meters, bringing him right back to a 2-point game.
Yeah, Yuji doing what he does best there. We've seen that in the past couple weeks from him and all throughout the season. Those long threes coming in, and definitely not playing around here is Yuji, trying to keep themselves in this game as Yuji picks it up, sending it over to Supram. Supram now handling that disc, trying to find something here. Just letting those teammates get up the field. Unfortunately, we'll get stunned out by that stack of the Dragons there. That will be Griffin sending it down low, trying to find maybe that angle for the bounce shot. Unfortunately, will not find it there, as that's going to be Wazdi. Wazdi now picking it up, handling that disc, and that will be a pass over to Zamazu. Unfortunately, taking a weird bounce there. Now picked right back up, but stunned out right away by Empty. Empty there, holding that disc, getting the clear out. That stack for the JCJ is there on the other side, but will be intercepted by Zamazu. Not for long, though, as Yuji gets a hand on it, sending over to Supram. Supram trying to maybe find a pass there, just a little bit too far right, as Wazdi handles it, but gets taken away by Supram, and Supram sitting in for 2 more points for the JCJ.
And we got ourselves a tie game with a minute here left in the first quarter. JCJ crawled their way back here to tie with 2 unanswered goals, one of those being a long-distance 3 from Yuji, working their way back in there as the defense tries to shut down some of those passing lanes and break up that offense, but not enough there to shut them down. Coming out on the joust advantage, they roll the headbutt, doesn't get through the neutral zone, takes a bad bounce, and here comes JCJ as they're looking to clean that up. We still got ourselves a loose disc here, gets slapped away. Good pickup by Zamasu on the ceiling. He's going to send it to the near side tunnel. Takes a good bounce here into the trap. Picked up by Supram. Supram turning it right back around, looking for options, going to send that long. Oh, tries to cut across the center. Griffin's there, reads that one wholesale like a book. Going to take it right back to the neutral zone before the defense can get on him and start pressuring. He tries to send it. Supram's going to pick it up, send it right back through the trench. Nobody's home for 3, empty, because the goal was in fact empty, and they are up by 3, 20 seconds left.
Empty there, taking advantage of that empty goal, putting 3 more points on the board for the Juggernauts there. That will be a 3-point lead as the Dragons roll out here, trying to find something going in the end of this first quarter. They got to act quick, though, as that's Griffin rolling out, going for a log heave. Empty, though, picking it up, trying to send another log shot in, and it's almost going to find 3 more points. Unfortunately, will not, as that is quarter 1 coming to an end.
And we'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back. Welcome. Banana.
Welcome back to Nepa TV's coverage of AAA Wildcard action tonight. If you couldn't read my lips, I'll repeat what I said earlier, Nails. That's that we have got a fantastic match coming this way tonight. Interesting stats as I take a look at this thing. Some heavy favorage towards the Frisco Dragon side, both in time of possession and shots taken, leading those about 60-40 relatively each. But if you take a look at the scoreboard, it's JCJ who's actually up by 3. The other interesting thing I'll point out here is with a 10-7 game, which is no low-scoring affair, there's not a single player with 2 goals yet. So all 4 of the players who have been in the arena for the Juggernauts have scored so far. And then you've got 2 points apiece for Zamasu and Gio, and then Griffin chiming in with a 3-pointer over on the Frisco Dragon side. So very even scoring across both of these teams as they look to get settled into this match. And
coming back off that timeout, Brutus, I mean, I'm expecting to see some really good jukes here. I think that's been the highlight here for the Frisco Dragons, is that they've been using a lot of good movement out of them and a lot of good work trying to, with placement, trying to break up some of those offensive pushes coming from the JCJ, which I think is where they're getting that the possession advantage for their team. However, the Junction City Juggernauts have been doing a great job there of getting those back and making quick work of the disc when they get their hands on it to result in goals. And it's been playing out in their favor there. They got to find a way to kind of shut down a lot of this good movement we're seeing out of WASD and Griffin in order to kind of slow them down and allow themselves to build a lead. Z?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And, something I've been seeing, like you pointed out, was obviously the movement from the Dragons. Their stacks also have just been very quick to pick up, like I mentioned earlier, those clears. As I say that, though, that's going to be the JCJ winning there. And that's another thing that I've seen for the JCJ as well, is their stacks. It's been pretty neck and neck all night for both these teams, along with the passing and defense. So I expect nonetheless the same from these next three quarters as Phenom now handles that disc.
And coming right back in, Phenom's going to send that. Oh, empty from the nest. Oh, right off the perch there. Looks down, spreads the wings, and flies for 3 from outside the bubble. Empty. Great work.
Yeah, again, empty there with another 3 points. Finding now a 6-point lead is going to be the JCJ, and that was some maybe miscommunication there from the Dragons. It seemed like all those players went straight to goal instead of maybe one trying to find that disc collection. So, nonetheless, that's a 6-point lead here for JCJ as they get an interception there. Gonna try to find it here is going to be Yuji. Yuji gets the ender off and will be slapped away into the hands of Baby True, and now into the arena for the Frisco Dragons. Cleared out, though, not all the way through. Will be a fight there for that disc into the hands of Suprum. Suprum now handling that disc, sending a long shot in. Unfortunately, just a little left. Now into the hands of Phenom. Phenom sends a pass to the backboard. Unfortunately, Empty was just not ready. That will be Suprum picking it up. Suprum sending a cross pass into Phenom, and Phenom buying 2 more points here for the JCJ.
And with that, that is, I think, 4 unanswered goals, I want to say, from JCJ here between the end of last quarter and the start of this one. They have really gotten their mojo figured out here at the beginning of the second quarter. Some great passes there, some great cuts, really picking apart this Frisco Dragons defense as the Dragons come out here with the joust advantage. Griffin's going to hold on to it, get almost all the way to the neutral zone, send a good send to the near side there. A good pickup by Gio, looking for options. You see him spinning around, flips inverted, comes in off the boot, not going to find any luck there. He takes a dinger off the rim of the goal there. Griffin's going to pick that up off the ceiling, try to bring it right back in. Really taking their time and their patience coming in. It sends another shot here and again gets denied by the goal, just slightly off. Those are going to hurt here when you're down by 8 points trying to close that gap. Gets slapped over all the way into the blue side bubble. Here comes the defense to pick it up. Ooh, good grab by Baby True, who is in the game now. What? Baby True in the house. They have got a full roster now rolling in as WASD here tries to do some juking there around the center, gets stunned out, or gets stolen from, is able to pick it back up, sends it back to Gio here. Gio again using his namesake to try and find some breathing room there. Griffin's going to get over to the near side, and Baby True comes in with a little spin shot, but somebody forgot to plug the washer machine in, so he gets stuffed.
Yeah, stuff there indeed, and now into the side of the Frisco Dragons. That will be Yuji handling it, sending a pass over to Bowtie. That defender there is bothering Suprum as he sends a pass over to Phenom. Phenom now handling that disc, backing it out. They got a lead here. They have time to kill as Suprum now handles that disc on the ceiling side. That will be a pass over to Empty as a pass comes into Phenom. Again, that beautiful passing we've been seeing from the JCJ all night. Now up by 10 points.
And that was a great read there by Empty, sending that cut across to Phenom. And when they get inside the bubble, they've just been working magic, really reading that defense. Very, very patient. Bringing in, it's a luxury they have right now, being up by previously 8 points, now 10, and have plenty of time to work. And yeah, that's right, Juicefer, that is my bad. They are still missing Robbins over there on the Frisco Dragons, so not quite a full roster yet. They do have 5 players with the option for a sub here. So we get a little bit of a loose disc here, brawl down in the trench. Empty's going to come away with it. Getting harassed there by the defense, tries to pull off an ender, does not quite get there. Gio is going to pick that up, try to send it out, gets denied by ineffective clear. Griffin picks it up. Here comes the defensive stack. Empty and Faye on the hunt. Going to pick that one up before he gets to the bubble. Looking for a drop back here. Suprum's going to kick it up to Yuji. Yuji's got plenty of room to breathe here as the Frisco Dragons coming right back. And now that they have their a 4-player roster here from their full team. It looks like their stacks are really starting to click here. They are sending 2-man stacks around looking to harass on the defense, but it's not going to be enough as Empty comes in for the slammy donkey for another 2, taking them to a 12-point lead.
Yeah, 12-point lead now, and the positioning for the JCJ tonight has just been absolutely deadly, killing this Frisco Dragons defense here, and has just gave them a, I want to say, it was pointed out in chat, a 13-0 run, now 15-0 run here. And the Frisco Dragons here has got to find something to get that JCJ's offense stopped.
Yeah, and they've got to find something here to kind of slow them down. I think their stacks now, I expect to see a little bit more action out of their stacks, trying to break up that JCJ offense. We'll see what they get here as Gio, again, using some of those jukes, comes in off the near side boot for a quick 2-pointer. First goal of this quarter, taking them right back to a 10-point deficit here, but at least they got some points on the board.
Yeah, and finally able to answer there will be Gio finding the Frisco Dragons 2 points now to close that gap by 10 points. That will be a dribble play here as we roll out, sent over to Empty and sent down to Suprum. Suprum trying to find a pass long to Yuji. Unfortunately, will not find the hands of him.
Oh!
Will get taken away, though, by Yuji. Yuji's going to try to take it in here. Will send a pass over to Phenom, but gets stuffed by Griffin there. Now cleared out, and the stack there for the JCJ is on the hunt. Will be picked up by Empty on the other side as he has some defenders coming in, and it cleared all the way out, almost into the hands of a defender, and luckily not, and that will be on the other side. Phenom picking it up. Phenom's going to try to take it in, and will find 2 more points here to answer back and extend their lead back up to 12.
And that was a great read there. Just missed the hands there of whoever was down there in the valley at the neutral zone. That was a good send. I mean, I won't say risky because, I mean, it's a clear, right? But really caught a bit of luck there. Just missing that defender, which allowed them to get down there into the bubble first. Pass the back line, and Gio is going to take a nice setup here from Griffin on the rollout. It takes a nice long 3 from 21 meters in the trench. A little bit of Aquaman sin there. Nice work.
Yeah, beautiful setup there by Griffin to Gio to get that 3 points. And if the Frisco Dragons can find some more of those here in this game, then we may just have a tide turn here as Empty gets stunned out into the hands of Baby True. Baby True now trying to find Gio. Gio will try to take that shot. Not going to find that connection as that is going to be Wazdi on the other side handling that disc. Gonna try to take it in here. Will get taken away by Empty. Stunned out, but Suprum's gonna get that slap out into the side of the Dragons.
Whoa, good pickup. Empty again gets it away just as he gets stunned out. Good send there just underneath the shield for 3 points there. Some great bit of well-earned celebration there, getting that off just before the defense rolled back. Great stop by the JCJ there inside the bubble. A little bit of a block party inside the goal, but they were able to break up that shot. Here coming out, the Frisco Dragons on the push. Tries to send one through the center. They're going to get bottled up in the neutral zone. Wassi's able to get a hand on it, get away. Sends one clean to Gio. Gio's coming in looking for options. Got Baby True on the near side. He's in the hunt right now. Oh, wow. Going to work his way around the Gio. I thought for sure he was going to send it over to the near side. And Gio uses the far side Gio on the boot to drop 3 in. And that will take us to the end of the half. We got ourselves a 9-point game here between the JCJ and the Frisco Dragons, both in the hunt for the wild card win to move further in the playoffs. We'll take you to an extended commercial break. We'll be right back with more Brutus, Nails, Z Gunslinger, and Muted on the cams.
Nepa is going Web3 and will be issuing NFTs as a way to reward the community. Anyone who claims one of these NFTs will be eligible for future raffles and giveaways that will be conducted throughout the year. They are free to claim, and all you have to do is fill out a claim form that can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. We have got some great stuff planned, and you do not want to miss out. Get over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT and fill out your form now. With that, I welcome you back to our Big St. Charles Motorsports halftime report. I will be joined back by Nails and the Gunslinger, and we will talk about what we saw in the first half and what we might see coming up here in the second, adjustments that might be made. Gun, what do you see in the match? Any stats popping out to you here at the half?
I just got to comment on this real quick. I mean, is this the All-Star show? Because we got Empty and Gio going for tit for tat the threes. Like we're just showing off here at this point. Nonetheless, though, the JCJ, their stacks and passing and offense especially have just been killer in breaking down that Frisco Dragons defense. And the Dragons have not been able to answer just yet, but we did see some momentum shift there at the end with Baby True coming in there. And so hopefully maybe here in this second half, we're able to see something for the Frisco Dragons come out of this and utilize their roster here. Something I saw for the Dragons was their pickups on the clears have been really well and able to get those long shots in, as the JCJ stacks have just not been able to get fast enough. But the positioning again for the JCJ on the offensive side have just been absolutely killer and breaking down that Dragons defense.
Yeah, definitely wholesale. Sorry, go ahead, Brutus.
No, I was just going to say you are right. And as I take a look at the team stats, shots taken registered at least is 14-14, so an exact 50-50 split there. But I do see 5 saves over on the Juggernaut side to 1 save over on the Frisco Dragon side. So even if those are 2-pointers, that's 8 of the 9 points accounted for right there with some great defense being played. Nails, what'd you see in the first half?
I saw the Frisco Dragons trying to get their legs underneath them. Obviously coming in 3 of their core 5 plus a sub, trying to make the magic happen. They were able to hold on there. Baby True did come in there in the second quarter. Now that they have 4 of their core 5, I'm expecting, we definitely saw their stacks start to pick up there at the end of the first half. I mean, between these two teams, points that they've scored this season, I mean, they're neck and neck. We've got 566 points for the Frisco Dragon, 569 points for JCJ. Dragons coming in at 8-6, JCJ coming in at 6-8. So as expected, a very even matchup between these teams. Obviously, coming in, both of them in the hunt there for the wild card. Slight edge out there for points against Frisco Dragon only, allowing 527 points, while the JCJ have allowed 594. However, I think tonight JCJ is definitely firing on all cylinders right now. I think if they can keep this pressure up rolling into the second half, continue with that core game plan they had first quarter with the adjustments they made there rolling into the second quarter at the very beginning where they were a lot of unanswered goals, I think they can walk away with the W here tonight.
I think you're right. I think either of these teams can walk away with a W, and in a playoff format with a win or go home, both of these teams are going to bring it strong in the second half. Gunslinger, what adjustments do you think we might see out of the Frisco Dragons as they try and eat into this 9-point deficit?
Definitely probably going to see some changes on the defensive side there. As I pointed out, that passing for the JCJ has just been breaking down that defense, so we'll probably see some defensive change-ups there. Maybe a stack pressure instead of a man coverage. But nonetheless, some more passing on the offensive side also from the Dragons. It's been a lot of the Geo show tonight. I'm not saying that the Dragons have not been utilizing all of their players, but Geo has definitely been a primary factor in this offense here for the Dragons. So maybe being able to get some teammates in as well with those passes may help out here, close that 9-point deficit.
You are right, and I hear the countdown on its way. So second half coming your way right now. Nails, Gunslinger, take it away. Let's get this second half going.
Thank you much, Brutus, and we are back for the second half here. 9-point game, neutral joust. Who's going to get there first? And just like that, it is the JCJ. Great headbutt here into the blue side bubble. Not able to get a handle on it. It's going to bounce back out, but good pickup there by Yuji. Comes working right back in. Empty, bringing the pressure, and just like that, again, Empty finding the bottom pocket for a 3.
Yeah, Empty has been absolutely lights out from behind the bubble tonight with that 3 points. It's 14 points now for Empty, and that pass came from Yuji, I want to say. Yep. And beautiful setup there, beautiful look to find that teammate, and beautiful positioning on the shot.
And that was great awareness by Yuji there coming in. 1v1 essentially on the shot there, looks at the angle, realizes he's got an option there for a pass, and he's only showing 1 assist right now, but I think Yuji's got at least 3 with some great passes coming in, and really being Yuji and knowing for the Frisco Dragons, knowing what a great shooter he is, really using that to his own benefit there to get them looking his direction so that he can get that pass off and open up a lane for Empty, and it worked like magic on that last one. As they kick another one here over to the blue side, Empty's going to pick that up off the ceiling. Here comes Yuji, and Empty returning the favor, sending an assist back to Yuji for 2.
That teammate synergy between Empty and Yuji tonight has just been killer. They have been feeding off each other all night very well, and it is paying off definitely here, as now up by 14 points is the JCJ. That is going to be Griffin on the rollout here, trying to send it high, unfortunately taking a weird bounce and picked up by Empty. Empty gets stunned out. That will be into the hands and slapped away by the Dragons. Now out into the zone of the JCJ, picked up by Wazdi. That will be into the hands of Geo. Geo now handling that disc, trying to grab that cloud maybe. Unfortunately misses that grab, and a nice unfortunate bounce there into the hands of Yuji. Yuji now clearing out all the way down to the side of the Frisco Dragons. Stack race here. That will be picked up by Baby True. Baby True now trying to find a clear out. Will get it through into that tunnel side. Will it be picked up by Griffin? Griffin's going to sit in that long and finds 3 points there for the Frisco Dragons.
Great send there by Griffin, and great eye. Really dialed in. Griffin found that one from 30 meters out, found the open goal, and made sure he got that 3, which is desperately what his team needed. They're taking him back into within 11. And that is correct, Jucifer. The unregistered hockey assists. They are alive. They are a thing. Be aware. Pad your stats appropriately. Supram picking it up there as they come out with the joust advantage of the JCJ. Phenom coming in off the bottom, plenty of time to walk it right in. Tries to send one back behind the goal there to Empty. Empty gets rid of it, and Yuji's coming in with the NBA jam from the floor for 2, taking him out to a 13-point lead. Yeah, my guy. My human calculator over there.
Let's go, math and human calculators. That will be now a 13-point lead for the JCJ here as the Frisco Dragons roll out. That will be a headbutt attempt, not going in favor. That's going to be Yuji there picking it up. It's going to send in that long shot, stopped by the Frisco Dragons stack there. That came in blazing quick. I did not even see that. That will be Empty there handling that disc, finding a pass down to Faye. Faye's going to try to send in a bold shot there, but stopped by Griffin. Cleared out right now into the hands of Geo. Geo's going to send in that shot maybe, but stopped by Phenom. Nonetheless, that will be picked up by Yuji on the side of the JCJ. Now cleared out low into the trench side of Frisco Dragons. Stacks are in for both teams. Empty's going to take that 3 points. Smart decision there to back it out to extend their lead to 16 now.
Nice anchor 3 there by Empty. Again, being assisted by Yuji. Taking another 3-pointer there. And yeah, anchor shots are back. I heard. I didn't even realize that was a thing that I needed to be better at, was anchoring and then shooting. But I mean, it makes perfect sense. You're sitting still. You can throw. You can just dial it in. No big deal. As the joust advantage to the Frisco Dragons come right back out. Empty again, picking that up. As it's entering the bubble, they're going to turn that around and send it right back out. Supram on the send. Gets it through the outside tunnel. Oh, and then the stack is going to do a beautiful job there maneuvering around the defense. They split the defense there. Right up the middle, and then Supram's going to roll it in for a nice 3-pointer there. That was just a great read by that stack to split up and get around that defense.
Yeah, indeed. And, it's been killer lights out for everybody tonight on the side of JCJ. All these players dropping points here that have been playing. And, Phenom with 8, Yuji with 7, Empty with 17, and Supram with 5. But all those players have multiple assists as well. So it's been a passing and shot night here as Supram takes it away from that Frisco Dragons player. That will be into the side of the Frisco Dragons bubble. Almost taking a weird bounce there, but stopped by Griffin there. That will be slapped away into the hands of Supram. Supram now handling it, slapping it to his teammate Empty. Empty sending a cross pass over to Yuji. Yuji finding 2 more points. Again, those passes from Yuji and Empty have just been fighting each other all night, Nils.
Dude, the gruesome twosome, bad boys at Echo, Empty and UG all night long, just putting points on the board, taking them to 1 point away from that 40-point line. And UG, 9 points, Empty 17. But UG and Empty are, the miss on the rollout. And I was just getting ready to say, UG's been pretty quiet on threes for tonight. And lo and behold, my man read my mind. UG, you can read minds? You can read minds, bro? Because he's going to pick that one up as it's at the nest, waiting for somebody to claim it and dump it in for 3. Nice work.
Yeah, beautiful. And, unfortunately there for the Frisco Dragons, that's not something that you want to do. They are just looking defeated here, as that is now 42 points to their 18. That was a shot attempt there from the JCJ, and that will be Suprum finding 3 points here. Now up by 47 points.
Yeah, and I mean, for the Frisco Dragons, they rolled into the second half here, obviously having a little bit of an issue, down by, I think we said 8 points originally. Looking to catch back up, and then initially some unanswered goals there coming out of JCJ, but they really put the Dragons in a bad headspace there as Suprum, another pickup and a steal there. Gets it over to UG off the clock there as they're going to try and bring it back in, but the Dragons are in that space where you've got to play aggressive, right, to make up that difference. Nice slam dunk from Suprum. Good send from Empty over on the near side shoulder. And it's affecting their gameplay. We see this. We've seen it all season. You get down points and you start getting rushed in your playmaking decisions. And we saw it a lot initially there in their clears, trying to get those clears to the neutral zone. None of those clears were getting where they needed to be. Again, there's another one there on the rollout. Doesn't go where it needs to, and it ends up in turnovers that end up in points, just like there.
All I got right now is just 2 words, and it's just lights out. Lights out from JCJ right now. And I mean, a 32-point lead here. That went from, I want to say, like an 8 seed to, it went from, I think we were only at 12-point deficit, maybe 9 here at the start of this third quarter, to a 32-point deficit here for the Frisco Dragons. They are just looking defeated out there. Gio now doing some juking around, trying to find something to get going here. That will be Gio taking it in and finding 2 points. Now a 30-point deficit, but it might just be. It might be a tough hill to climb from here on out if they can find themselves getting to go here.
Yeah, and rolling in the fourth quarter down 30. It is the playoffs. These are both playoff contention teams. That is a big, big mountain to climb. We'll come right back after a quick commercial break and see if they brought their climbing gear.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Welcome back to Nepa TV and our Western Conference Wildcard match. It was a close match. 9 points, I believe, at halftime. Maybe 11. It was close. Boy, what a third quarter for the Junction City Juggernauts. I think I pointed out at halftime, these two teams were tied at 14 shots apiece at halftime. 2 shots for the Dragons in that third quarter compared to 15 for the Junction City Juggernauts. And they are connecting on more shots than they're missing right now. And they're making a lot of those 3-pointers, which is why they've stretched this lead all the way out to 30. If the Dragons are going to make a run, they have to do it early here in the fourth. And we're going to get right back into that action. Nails, back over to you.
And thank you very much. Brutus coming right back. And of note, possession still in favor of the Frisco Dragons, but it just shows you how aggressive this JCJ defense is based on them still having the possession favorite, but just not really able to do anything with it as Griffin tries to pick that one up, sends it no options there for a pass, slings it into the orange side bubble, and coming right back out. Versus JCJ, for them it's just been turnover, score, turnover, score, turnover, score. They've been doing it all game. Griffin picks the one up off the ceiling there, tries to get one back behind the clock. No answer there. It's going to take a bad bounce back out into the free play area. They're going to pick it up for JCJ, send it right back through the near side tunnel. Cap Spoon's in the house, bringing the utensils, tries to send one across there. Baby True says, we're going to go ahead and turn that right back around, back over in the orange zone. But here comes those lightning fast stacks at JCJ. Captain Spoon himself sending one again through the center there. Gio, again, with the answer. Breaks that play up there at the back line, gets it into the bubble, but then there's no offensive stack to meet it. Again, Supram picks it up, tries to get rid of it, takes a bad bounce there off the lip. Baby True's going to pick it up, put some moves down there on the floor. He's got his dancing shoes on, looking for options, trying to find a lane, walks it in, takes a dinger, but gets it in. Looks like off of maybe Yuji's head?
Yep. And off of Yuji's head there, nonetheless, that's points for the Frisco Dragons now. That will be a 28-point deficit, and yeah, they're gonna try here to climb. Might have put on their shoes, might have put on those spikes, but I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see as Sir Captain Spoon handles it, sending it down to Yuji. Yuji now handling that disc, sending a pass over to Empty. Empty's gonna try to take it in here. Will get the dunk on the goalie and slams it in for 2 more points. Back up to 30 here for the JCJ.
The Yuji Empty combo all night long, and you watched it right there in full effect again. Empty, great read there, knows he's one-on-one, decides to take it in. The goalie has to make the move to come out and meet Empty. Empty's going to take his time, work around the goalie there and come in for a slam dunk. Great pickup for points on the joust advantage. Frisco Dragons come back out, sends another long clear. He hits it through the neutral zone, but again, nobody's there to answer. Sir Captain Spoon's going to pick that up and send it right back the opposite direction. Good bounce here off high to the near side shoulder. We're in the hunt right now for the loose disc. Here comes Empty trying to get a hand on it. Looks like Wazzy's trying to break up that play. Still nobody with control of the disc. Supram finally going to come away with it here. Look to get some breathing room. Backs right back out. Tries to find some options as he's getting harassed there on the ceiling by Wazzy, throwing fists. Not going to be able to connect. Good bounce there with Spoon picking it up off of the shield. Spoon sends it to, I am unsure. But Empty's going to toss it in there. It looks like Griffin gets a hand on it, but not before it goes in the goal.
Yeah, that's again, that passing we've been seeing from the JCJ all night. Griffin was able to get a hand on it, but not far out enough. That will be a technical goal nonetheless. Now into the hands of Gio on the other side. That will be Empty getting the stuff there. Wow, beautiful stuff there. Cleared out into the side of the Frisco Dragons. Now into the hands of Sir Captain Spoon. Sir Captain Spoon going to try to take it in here. Will take it in and gets 2 more points for the side of the JCJ.
Sir Captain Spoon bringing all the utensils tonight. He's got saves. He's got assists. He's got points on the board now for a nice bounce shot to clean that up. Hitting all the columns, checking all the marks, and got some stuns to go along with it there. Gonna get the hockey assist credit there, but definitely Sir Captain Spoon came in there off the bench and has been doing great work for the team since he rolled into the arena there. Baby True stuns out Yuji, gets it away, tries to send it over to Wazdy. There a little bit of miscommunication. Wazdy was a little bit forward there to the disc. He's going to have to chase it down. Gives Captain Spoon enough time to get there first. Here comes defensive stacks. Griffin picks it up inside the bubble, tries to send it back out halfway through the fourth quarter. Still down by 26. Looking for options. They bounce it into the bubble again. Spoon on the D. Just doing some great work there. Baby True's going to pick it off the ceiling. Again, sends it to the clock, but nobody's there. The communication right now for the Dragons is just not where it needs to be. Griffin finally picks that up there off the far side shoulder, tries to take a shallow bank shot there, and not going to find any luck. Supram again slapping it away.
Yeah. And Muta in the background saying that the Frisco Dragons are out of mathematical time now. So nonetheless here, they're just going to try to fight to close that deficit. That will be Wazdy picking it up off the steal from the hands of Yuji, but into the hands of Sir Captain Spoon. Sir Captain Spoon trying to maybe find a long pass there. Unfortunately, will land into the hands of Wazdy. Wazdy just going around like a fidget spinner there. I don't even know what was going on there. That will be Baby True trying to set it along. Maybe a mail slot there. That will be, though, into the hands of Empty. Supram now handling that disc. Finding a pass over to Yuji. Yuji's going to try to go for that long shot. Will not find it. Into the hands of Sir Captain Spoon. Sir Captain Spoon's going to try to take it in here. Will go to the pass on Yuji, and I'm not exactly sure what happened there. That disc just like it stopped and went straight up. Nonetheless, that will be into the hands of Sir Captain Spoon. Slapped away now, all the way into the other side of the Frisco Dragons. Frisco Dragons here racing to get back. That will be a fight for this disc, as that will be Empty getting the slap away. Crossover to Empty. Empty now sitting across back to Sir Captain Spoon. Sir Captain Spoon trying to get another pass off to Empty. Unfortunately, just a little too left there as Yuji comes away with it. Sending it over to Supram. Supram trying to pass it up to Sir Captain Spoon. Will find it. And into the hands of Geo as he gets it all the way out and into the side of the JCJ now.
Good pickup there as the offense there for the Frisco Dragons comes in on a good clear, but not able to do anything with it again. Suprem's going to get away before he gets sent out by Baby True, sending it right back. Empty nest. Empty. Again, three-pointer, finds the goal, unattended. Nobody's home. Drive-thru's open. Cash register sitting wide open. It takes away 3 points.
Yeah, and another 3 points there from Empty. Empty has been lights out again all night from the 3-point line, and yeah, it's definitely paid off. He's got 25 of these 59 points, but don't let that fool you. He does have 8 assists of his own as well. So definitely all around the field here as he gets a steal there, cleared out into the side of the Frisco Dragons, up high, bouncing in. That will be a race here for this disc. That will be Empty coming in with it, sitting it in again and finding 3 more points here to cross that 60-point mark.
And 62 points. Wow, 62 to 22, 40-point deficit right now. And it just goes to show how prepared and ready the JCJ was tonight, rolling into the wild cards, and just how much your team chemistry has evolved over this season as they come right back out here from the middle of the pack and do a stunning job. Empty. Was that a cloud shot?
That was
a cloud shot. That was a cloud shot. He did the cloud thing. It's all in the cloud, bro. It's all in the cloud. For 3 points, Empty again at this point, just padding stats. But JCJ doing some outstanding work tonight.
I'm just, again, 2 words, lights out all night
Yeah.
for the JCJ. That is another stun here coming from Suprum. Suprum's going to try to find 3 more points here. Will not find it. Unfortunately, that is going to be landing into the hands of Wazdi, but not for long as Sir Captain Spoon gets a stun out. Pass over to Yuji. Yuji's going to try to take a bounce on the backboard, but Gio's going to read that and say, no sirree. That will be Baby True handling it. Does get taken away. Not for long, though. Right back into the hands of Gio. Gio getting stunned out by Sir Captain Spoon. Sir Captain Spoon's going to send it down over into the hands of, that was Empty, I want to say. Maybe a little bit of rush there. Nonetheless, they will walk away with this victory.
And a big W here tonight for the Junction City Juggernauts as they will move forward in the wild card, and they will be in the hunt now to play New Haven Ninjas. That'll be Thursday at 7 p.m. But New Haven coming out, rolling in, I think, as, let's see, where are they? I'm going to say number 1. Yep,
They
New
are
Haven
the-
Ninjas.
They are the number one seed in the West. They have the number 1 record in all of AAA, checking in at 12-2 for these playoffs. So Junction City Juggernauts will have their work cut out for them, but make no mistake, both of these teams deserving of being in this wild card match. Congrats to the Frisco Dragons on a great season. You earned the right to be here. It was just the Juggernauts were firing on all cylinders tonight. When a team is that lights out, sometimes Gunslinger, it's just tough to deal with and come up with answers. They hung tight for a quarter, but really that third quarter kind of separated things.
Yeah, you're right there. And, we were hoping to see some changes on their defensive strategy there. Unfortunately, just had no answer for JCJ tonight. The passing, the long shots, the stacks were just on top of everything from the JCJ, killing that Frisco Dragons defense. So, again, like you said, congratulations to the JCJ, but Frisco Dragons don't have to go home too sad tonight. They did earn their spot here, and they fought well this season, so congratulations to them for making it to the spot.
Yes,
Congrats indeed for all of these players, but we do have to single out a player because the Holtzhauer Auto and Motorsports Stunt Man of the Match applies even here in the playoffs, Nails. So who's going to be our first wild card stunt man from your point of view?
I wonder. Empty, dude. Stat line, bro. Look at it. My man is literally on fire. Oh, probably not literally. My man is figuratively on fire. As on fire, he is a forest fire. He's a 4-alarm fire. He's the surface of the sun tonight with 31 points, 8 assists, 4 saves, 4 steals, and what is that? 29 stuns? Yeah, a lot. He was. And, I also a huge shout out to Yuji because I think Yuji and Empty, the two of them tonight, I think are really what made this outstanding performance capable for the Junction City Juggernauts. I think they were just a gruesome twosome there of assists and stacks rolling around. And a huge shout out, obviously, to Phenom, Supram as well, and even Sir Captain Spoon getting in on the action. I think, and the drummers never get enough credit, right? The back line, Supram, Faye, those guys on the defensive side doing amazing work to move that disc forward and allowing Empty and Yuji to get up there on that two-man stack lightning fast, and then Faye and Supram on lightning fast defensive stacks. We saw them come out of nowhere and stop a lot of those long clears coming out of the Frisco Dragons. But tonight, Empty, I think, performed to the top level tonight as not only the captain, but also the top performer and scorer there on the team and assists. So shout out to Empty. Congrats.
Gunslinger, thoughts?
I mean, is it no surprise that it's Empty? Yeah. I mean, like, lights out all night. I mean, like, I don't got any words. I really don't. I just don't. It's lights out.
Well, there you have it. Lights out. Lights out. But turn the light on over your mantle, because that's where you will be placing your Stuntman trophy. Congrats, Empty, our first Stuntman award of this playoff session. So congrats again to both of these teams. We had a great matchup. I'm waiting to hear from production if we are going to have an interview here. So hang on just a second while we work out those details. But let me tell you, while we're taking a look at that, we have another match coming up tonight. That is going to be your Eastern Conference AAA Wildcard matchup. That'll pit the Daytona against Scranton matchup. And then don't go far, because tomorrow night we're coming back with 2 pro wildcard matches. That'll pit the Phoenix Vipers against the Chicago Wizards, and then the Austin Burners will be taking on Orlando for those coveted positions in the final 8 of the pro brackets.
And looks like possibly no. Sounds like
okay. No. It looks like we do not have an interview lined up, so we are going to jump to an intermission, and we will be back in just a few moments to get you that Eastern Conference wildcard matchup, Daytona versus Scranton.
Seconds. This one is loose in the Destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to clear it.
Clear it out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That gets the finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No,
look at
no.
that.
Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.
Welcome back to Nepa TV's Wildcard Tuesday. We have got AAA wildcard matches going all night. This next one is going to be the Eastern Conference wildcard, which sees the Daytona Tide taking on the Scranton Royals. I'm going to welcome back Nails and the Gunslinger, who are going to be on the call for the match tonight. Guys, what do we expect to see here in the Eastern wildcard matchup?
Well, Brutus, to be perfectly honest, I expect to see 2 teams play Echo and 1 team walk away with a W.
And that is the most boring commentary you will ever have. Hopefully the Gunslinger came up with something a little more creative.
Or I will personally, just attack Nails next time I see him at Lake for that commentary. No, the Royals here have been playing absolutely killer as of recent here with the pickup of DeWup, and DeWup is in the arena tonight, so expecting some amazing performance from the Royals here. But let's not put it past the Tide. I'm sure they're going to do amazing. I did watch them last week and cast them, and they were absolutely killing it too. So I expect a very, very action-packed game here. Maybe a back-and-forth game. We can hope.
We can only hope. We will be seeing the Scranton Royals on the orange side tonight. Nails, who do we have in the arena?
Over on Scranton Royals, they have a full lineup. We've got Mistake, Cool Whip, DeWup, Babs, and Psy Chaotic is back after a little bit of sick leave there, and they are ready to rock. And coming in tonight against the Daytona Tide, who are 9-5, the Royals, who are 6-8. Do not let the stats fool you, because second half of the season, this legendary team of 5 best friends have arguably the best chemistry I think we've seen out of the entire AAA league. Just the way that they're able to move around the arena, put pressure on, and almost read each other's minds. The communication and the connects that we've seen them make here over the second half of the season have been really nothing short of outstanding. And I think while they are coming up against the Daytona Tide, who have a better record, Daytona Tide cannot sleep on the Royals tonight, because I guarantee you the Royals are going to be coming out firing all cylinders. Like we mentioned before, they got DeWup in the arena tonight, and DeWup has been just an incredible name that you've been hearing floating around this AAA, if you didn't already know who he was prior to this, but just doing some magic in the arena and really making a name for himself. So I expect to see a lot of that tonight out of the Royals.
That sounds great. And over on the blue side, it will be the Daytona Tides, the Gunslinger. Talk to us about Daytona.
Yeah, for the Tide, we have Voodoo, Jack G, Arch, Paronym, and Ryan JS 1020. Paronym, you guys all know her. She is crazy with her flicks. She loves those. She loves that Paro flick she does, and I can never figure it out. I never figure it out. But it is absolutely awesome to watch. Again, all these players here. Jack G, I watched him last week, sorry. He played absolutely stellar. Same with Voodoo and Arch and Ryan. So, I'm excited for all these players here on the side of the Tide. It's going to be, again, like I said, an action-packed matchup here, I believe. And, for the Tide, I don't know. I'm expecting them to come out here with some heat and try to shift that Tide in their favor here early.
See what they
got. Tide shifting the tide. It is so important to try and capture that momentum. So, both of these teams are looking to strike early and try and build some momentum. We kind of saw that come in the second half of the last match. These two teams, are going to look to get that started right from the beginning of the match. And it looks like we've got teams readying it up. So, Nails, back over to you in the booth to show us our Eastern Conference wildcard action.
That's right, and let me try again. So we've got 2 teams tonight coming out fighting to the death in the Echo Arena. Tuesday. Is that better?
Much better. Let's go.
That's what I expect to see. And don't forget tonight's, good early shot there. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by iHeartRadio, Asterion, and Bullpen Sports Grill. Get your eats, get your VR gear, get your music. All right here off of our sponsors as part of Nepa TV. And as that bounce goes right back into the blue side of the arena there, as Scranton Royals looking to pick it right back up underneath the shield. Here comes DeWup off a great grab from Psy, and they are on the board for 26 seconds into the first quarter.
Yeah, the quick passing play there coming from the side of the Scranton Royals there was a pass over to Psychaotic, and Psychaotic sent it up to DeWup on the shield, who was pressured by a defender, but was able to break him and take it in for the quick 3 points here to get themselves up here by 2 early. And that's going to be DeWup taking a pickoff, sending a long shot in here. Is it going to find the mark? No, it will not, but the outfitter there is going to be there, Mistake, getting that pickup and putting 2 more points in for the side of the Scranton Royals here.
Great read by Mistake there. Waits, like, is it going to get the bounce? Wait for it. And nope, not going to get there. I'll dump it in for 2. Again, this is that chemistry I was talking about from the Scranton Royals. Just that patience Mistake showed and the arena awareness there to give DeWup's shot time to kind of settle out and see where it was going to be. But a quick answer from Arch off a great read from Paranim, dumps it in for 3 from the floor, and they are back within 1 just like that.
Yeah, quick 3 there from Arch. The pass from Paranim to set him up. That was a beautiful passing there, and now back within 1 is the Daytona Tide as the Scranton Royals roll out here. That will be Babs handling it, sending it up to DeWup there. That will be DeWup now. Trying to send in this long shot, almost fighting it, making that defense almost pay there. Unfortunately, they did not pay. That will be Voodoo handling it there. Trying to get a clear out, not all the way through the stacks there, but picked up by DeWup. DeWup's going to send in this long shot, and he's going to find it. That's another 3 points there for the side of the Scranton Royals, now up by 4.
And again, DeWup there getting two options to take that long distance 3, sinks the second one there. And keep an eye on that, those clears that we're seeing for these 2 teams, because they're both so stacked and their stacks are so fast. You know, it's going to come down a lot, or it'll be a lot to do with who has effective clears, because you have very fast stacks on both these teams. And if you cannot get that disc through the neutral zone, you're going to be looking at points coming right back your way in a hurry. And just like that, again, not moving it forward. DeWup's going to grab that one. They're going to send it into the bubble. Takes a bounce for the Banksy for 3. DeWup, again, already with 8 points on the board.
DeWup's on fire right now. I mean, 8 points here. Quick in this first quarter, and teammates have definitely been helping. You know, like you mentioned, Nails, the clears there have got to be on point. They got to be pinpoint precision, because we've seen that one mistake here, just like that one. Mistake is going to try to send it in here for 3, but just like that mistake right there can cost you a quick turnover and points in the side now of the Scranton Royals, now up by 10.
And what you didn't see there in the backfield is that who was that? Voodoo? No, that was Arch bringing that out, I think. On the rollout there for the Tide, they didn't have any options and the chemistry here for the Scranton Royals to allow Mistake to roll all the way forward and pressure the QB on that rollout play, knowing that his team had the rest of all those lanes covered, to not give the QB any options and give him time to get there, harass the QB, and walk away with the steal. That's the chemistry I'm talking about out of the Scranton Royals. They're going to be seeing that all game tonight, and they've got to have an answer for it as they're working their way back in. Paranim gets some breathing room, sends it behind for Voodoo, and Voodoo's going to sink it for 2 there after a couple jukes on the backboard.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful passing there. Again, Paranim finding another teammate there. Voodoo was on the backboard, did some juking around and got those points in. And yeah, the chemistry here, as you pointed out, for the Royals, Nails, is something that can be very deadly. And if used right, can definitely play a big swing on how the Royals play. Chemistry is what really makes or breaks a team here. And in Echo. So nonetheless, Voodoo here is going to try to find something to break up this chemistry, as Jack G now handling it, sending it back over to Voodoo, and beautiful passing play there. The communication and the pinpoint passing was on point there.
Yep, and another rollout there from the Scranton Royals. Again, that not an effective clear, and it's going to get turned right back around and catch them in transition. And both these teams are fast enough to really take advantage of that. And for all our new Echo watchers out there, when you guys hear us say chemistry over and over again, this game is very, very comm intensive, because you cannot be looking everywhere at the same time. Yes, I know it's VR, but you are not looking 360 unless you are actually pointing your dome that way. And so it comes down to your team being able to tell you where everyone's at any given time. There, great sync by Mistake. For another 2 points off a feed from DeWup. And that is the chemistry that we're talking about when we say the ability for teams to have those comms to back up where they're going to be, to make the right calls when they need to hear them and to be in the position that their team is expecting them to be, because this game moves so fast. If you're off by just an inch, it's going to end up in a turnover.
Indeed, and that was another turnover there. It looked like some miscommunication there from the side of the Daytona Tide, as two of those defenders that were in goal both pressured at the same time, leaving that goal wide open and allowing, that was Mistake, I want to say, to get those 2 points there. Mistake now handling that disc, sending it right into the hands of Arch there on the back line for the Daytona Tide. That will be past to Pero. Pero's going to try to take it in, but beautiful save there by Babs. Babs trying to get a slap away, does find it, but right back into the hands of Jack G. Jack now passing it up to Voodoo. Voodoo's going to try to send a pass to Shield. We'll find Pero. Pero's going to try to take it in, but gets stopped by was that Mistake, I want to say. Nonetheless, it is cleared out. DeWolf's taking that shot, not going to find it. Oh, he almost found it, though. Mistake's going to be there to pick it up. Another 2 points here for the Scranton Royals.
And great read there by the Royals. You saw them flood the blue bubble there with all three offenders, give DeWup time to make the shot there, and then be ready to pick up the rebound there with plenty of options to go 3v1 versus a goalie. There was no way the Tide were going to walk away there with a stop, really essentially 4v1. As they come out here on the advantage for the Joust, Paranim picking it up there, finding some daylight, plenty of time to move forward. Opps drop back to the back line. Jack G's going to reset, send it forward from the ceiling. Voodoo makes the way over to the nest, tries to send one and gets stuffed by Mistake. It must be Thanksgiving because somebody's getting stuffed. That was a cheap play. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. That one was sad. But Voodoo, good send from Jack G, is going to take it in from the far side shoulder for another 2 points there, bringing him back within 8. I'm sorry, that was lazy. That was a lazy joke. My apologies.
Nails, you're making me hungry. Are you going to buy me dinner or something? Like what's going on here? Nonetheless, 2 points in the side of the Daytona Tide there. Finally able to break through that Royals defense that has been rock solid all game so far. That is DeWup handling it, sending a cross pass over to Mistake. Mistake now trying to walk it up. Will walk it up for a little bit. That stack is coming in. Jumps that defender. Now handling it, sends a cross over to DeWup. DeWup now trying to maybe do some juking around. Will maybe not opt. It opts for the reset pass instead. That way Babs sending it up high to Mistake. Mistake's going to take it in for the slam dunk to get themselves 2 more points here as this first quarter comes to an end.
And great first quarter so far. 10-point game between the Royals and the Tide. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We be right back after we pay some bills. Get your cold cuts. Get your cold cuts. Get your cold cuts.
Welcome back to Nepa TV. I'm Brutus, joined by Nails and Gunslinger on the call for tonight. We are 1 quarter into the action. We have got a 10-point match. Gun, what have you seen so far?
Well, something that's really stood out to me so far is the defense of the Royals. They have been just absolutely a stone wall in the bubble there to stop the Daytona Tide to get in and get those easy shots off. They've had to work for those 9 points here, and the Tide are definitely struggling here to put on offensively some points here. Though they are doing good on defense. They have got a couple stops to their name, just not enough as the Royals have been able to get 19 points. As they roll out, that will be DeWup handling it here, sending across low over to Psychaotic. Psychaotic will find it, sending it back over to DeWup. DeWup now handling this. Has a pass option up on the ceiling, does opt to take it. Mistake here, maybe trying to draw out those defenders. They will not bite just yet. They do bite, unfortunately, just a little too high, as that is slapped away by Ryan. Ryan clearing it all the way out there into the hands of DeWup on the other side. That will be Jack G, though, stopping it there. Maybe try to go for that nest bounce shot there that is known to be able to happen. It's just a very tough angle to hit. It's a very small window. That will be Mistake there, picking it up on the side of now into the hands, well, it's just all over the place. DeWolf handling this disc. DeWolf's going to try to take it in here. That's going to be stopped by Voodoo. Voodoo getting amazing save there and not allowing 2 more points to come through for the side of the Royals as Pero picks it up, doing her little flick there. It's all the way through into the side of the Royals now. The Stacks are racing to get there. That will be Jack G picking it up. There are 2 defenders, and Goal has some pass options. Opts to go for the shot instead, and maybe a bad choice there as Mistake gets that stop all the way out into the side of the Tide there. Now slapped away, but Babs picking it up, saying not for long. That will be DeWup handling it and sending it low bottom angle there into now a 12 point lead.
You got it. You got 12.
Yep. Let me just be confident here for a second.
You don't have to be right. You just have to be confident when you say it. Now with a 4.5 point lead, the Scranton Royals.
Wait, how does that work?
Coming right back there on the pickup. Here comes Tide looking for an answer here, trying to close this gap. 12 points. Do not want to go down 12 or be down 12 points here going into the halftime. See DeWup out there just bringing a lot of pain here to the offensive rollout for the Tide. Voodoo finally gets through the near side tunnel, finds some daylight, moving forward. The Stacks have yet to come back to meet him. Kicks it over to Paranim. Paranim looking at the bubble, doesn't like what she sees, kicks back out to Voodoo. Voodoo, as he was trying to get it back inside the bubble there, gets perturbed, but Paranim's there to pick up the loose disc. Jack G from the near side, far side boot, sends it over to Ryan Jays. He cannot find an answer. That one gets kicked right back out. Mistake on the pickup here, sending it through the center. Great clear all the way over to the blue side bubble. Gets bottled up there by the near side shoulder. Nobody there to answer. Here come the Stacks, and Ryan Jays comes sailing in first there as the Scranton Royals pick it back up, send a shot in there, but it's going to get kicked right back out. Nobody's home. Empty bubble. Here comes the offensive Stack. Defense just in time. Great stop by Mistake. Gets a hand on it just as the chain gets back just in time to shut the door on that offensive push for the Tide.
Yeah, and the 2 amazing stops there for the Royals. Babs has been just one killer goalie tonight. Only 2 saves to Babs' name, but I expect there to be more as DeWup sends in a log shot there, finding 3 more points here for the Royals, now up by 15. But yeah, no, Babs has been killer in goal. I've said Babs' name so many times tonight, and that's all been mainly saves. Mistake also getting one there. It's just been, again, that killer defense for the Royals has definitely been fueling the offensive side as well. Now sent over to, that is going to be Paranim on the other side, sending it over to Voodoo. Voodoo now holding that disc, walking it up the field. That will be, they got some pass options, sending it over to Paranim. Paranim now handling it, trying to find a teammate, does find Ryan. Ryan now sending it in to Jack G. Jack G maybe trying to go for the extra pass there. Unfortunately, that teammate was not ready. That will be picked up by Psychaotic. Psychaotic now sending it into the side of the Daytona Tide. There now sending it in is Babs. Babs finding 3 points there, working on both sides of the field. We got a full steam engine here.
Yeah, and that is something very, very good for the Scranton Royals. In fact, they have 2 clutch defenders in Mistake and Babs that at any given time they can send one of them forward and know that the other one's still got the backfield locked down. And still a problem for that offense coming in. I mean, you're basically playing against 2 all-star goalies at this point on the Scranton Royals, and that is the reason it is so lethal, the ability for Babs to move forward there, take some shots, put the pressure on. DeWups comes away with it. We got ourselves a little bit of party here as the Scranton Royals move forward in force, gets all the way into the blue side bubble, and Babs from the floor puts on the boosters to the top floor, dumps it in for 2.
Babs in the right place at the right time there, floating down, and was able to get that pickup from the clear of Psychaotic, now extending the Royals lead up to 20 here in the second quarter as the Tide rolls out here. That is going to be Jack G handling that QB, sending it over to Paranim. Paranim now handling that disc, sending across over to Ryan. Ryan sending it up high, trying to find, that was Voodoo on the ceiling. Not finding that connection though, will take a bounce off that nest. It's cleared out by DeWup. DeWup trying to maybe find a teammate on the other side, does find Psychaotic, but Psychaotic getting stunned out there. Jack G now handling that disc, sending it out to the left side, all the way through. That defender was not able to get a hand on it. Now into the side, that will be the Daytona Tide coming in, and Voodoo's going to find 3 points here for the Tide.
Good turnaround there for the Tide, working their way back. I will say that the Tide Stacks, when they are flowing. They are finding themselves there with some good empty goal opportunities, getting back before the defense. Looks like maybe they're trying to figure out how to slow down the Scranton Royals defensive stacks as they come back and try to play the opposite side of the field. We'll see if they can use that to their advantage to kind of close this gap. Another bad clear here coming right back as Jack G is going to send that one long. Again, with the empty goal, it's going to be just wide. Paranim's going to pick it up on the far side. We got ourselves a little bit of dancing party down here on the floor. It's going to kick back to Ryan Jays on the back line. Voodoo up front, back to Paranim from the shield, kicks one more pass over, and Jack G sailing in with the slam dunk for 2.
Beautiful patience there from Paranim on that shield to draw out the defender and allow Jack G the one-on-one, but the goalie obviously paying off there as they were able to get 2 more points on the board, as that closes the gap now to 15 points for the Tide as the Scranton Royals roll out. That's going to be Babs handling it, sending it over to Mistake. Mistake now trying to find a pass, does find Psychaotic, but Psychaotic getting it taken away by Paranim. Well, it's sitting right into the hands of Mistake. A little fight here for the disc. It's a scramble. Paranim's trying to find a teammate. Just find Voodoo. Voodoo here. He's going to try to do some juking. DeWup, unfortunately, getting that stop. That will be Babs picking it up, sending it over to Psychaotic. Now into the hands of DeWup. DeWup's going to try to take that shot. Will almost find it. Unfortunately, just a little too right. That will be DeWup getting another hand on it, but stopped by Ryan. Now Pero handling it, sending it out into the side of the Scranton Royals, down into the trench side. That is Jack G there, going for the bounce shot, and will find it. Beautiful placement there by Jack G, and the pass by Voodoo. Also just amazing.
Great read there by Jack G, coming in, saw one-on-one, saw the goalie move forward to try to engage, and then ends up going for the bank shot there. Great read, great awareness there. Put another 2 on the board, exactly what they needed. Taking it back within 7 here. 30 seconds here left in the half. Babs going to hold on to it, ends up ducking a defender, kicks it over to Mistake. Mistake moving through the far side tunnel. They're taking their time. He's got plenty of patience here, kicks it forward over to Sai. Sai looking for the long shot, takes a dinger off the rim there, not going to be able to connect, gets stunned out by Paranim, gets caught sleeping in class there as Paranim is going to pick that up, try to move it forward. 10 seconds left. You're looking for options. Ops send it forward just before a turnover tries to occur, and then Voodoo's going to find an empty goal, but Mistake getting a hand on it is going to put the denial on that. That'll take us to the end of the half here. First half, 29-16 in favor of the Royals. We're going to take an extended commercial break. We'll be back to talk about some stats and some stuff and the things. Be right back.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
All season long, Nepa will be issuing NFTs to anyone who shows up to live broadcasts and fills out the claim form with the secret password. That form can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. Each week, we'll be highlighting a different franchise as the NFT logo. Show up each week and you can collect all 16 teams. The more you collect, the more potential rewards you can unlock. The deadline to submit the claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, September 18th, and the secret password you need is Week 15. That's week space 15 for the Week 15 NFT giveaway. You don't want to miss out on all the great things that we're doing. You know who didn't miss out was Rock Solid, who was one of our winners from last week. Congratulations, Rock Solid, for walking away with one of the gifts from this rollout. So get over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT for your chance to win. Join in on all the winners we've had all season long. And with that, I welcome you back to our Big St. Charles Auto and Motorsports halftime report. I am Brutus, joined by Nails and the Gunslinger. A 10-point match has turned into a 13-point match there. So fairly even there in the second quarter, but that 29-16 lead is going to hold strong for Scranton here going into the halftime. Gunslinger, what do you see in the stats?
So far, the Royals here have been absolutely killing it on the offensive and defensive side, as I pointed out a couple times tonight. Mustake with 11 points and 4 saves. DeWup there with 13 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Babs with 5 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, and Psychotic with 2 assists. Again, like I said, that defense has been absolutely killer, not letting much into their bubble from the Daytona Tide. And they just need to keep it up, and they may be in the stride here to take this game home. Nails?
Yeah, I just got my NFT, by the way, so boom, nailed it, nails it. But also with that little diversion right there, go get your NFTs for this week, or for this game rather, on the Scranton Royals. I think the big thing that stands out to me right now is Mustake, who, as a defender, has 11 points, 4 saves. So doing both sides of the arena there. I know DeWup has been doing some great work there at 13. And then Sai coming back there as a team captain, really orchestrating this kind of destructive force called the Scranton Royals, driving them forward here with a 13-point lead. I think for the Tide's part, they're trying to find some answers. They get a little bit of a streak there, but just not enough to kind of close down this gap. They've got to come up with something very aggressive rather here going into the second half so they can close this gap. I mean, it's not quite the Mount Everest we saw last game that they have to climb, but it's probably a Pikes Peak. You're going to need your climbing spikes. Go pick some up, because with a 13-point game, if they can't find a way to slow down how effective the Scranton Royals have been, they're not going to close this gap. It's going to be goal for goal, and they're going to continue to watch this gap in points for the rest of the game.
Indeed, and the Tide there, something that I want to point out as well is they have had a good couple of defensive stops there, just have not been able to capitalize offensively on them so far, and that again is that no pun intended, the fire Royals defense. If you guys are looking at my camera, you would understand. But yeah, I'm just like sitting here messing with the lighter.
I was there.
You were there? Good. I'm glad you were there, because I'm just sitting here messing with the lighter. But the Royals, if they keep up their pace, they will be in a good stride here to win it. But Daytona, we're able to use and shift that momentum there late in that second quarter to start putting on and start coming back from that deficit that they were in. So, I expect a pretty good third and fourth quarter from both of these teams.
Indeed, and it sounds like we've got the countdown going for that third quarter, so let's see what adjustments were made and how this second half goes. Again, Daytona looking to come out of that 13-point deficit. They're going to have a chance here to win this opening joust. Nails, over to you for the action.
And we are back with the Fire Royals, as it were. It's so cold in Alaska that Z may burn his house down trying to keep warm. As DeWup helps him light the fire, pours some gas on it there with a quick 3-pointer 6 seconds into the second half off a great assist there from Babs after they won the neutral joust.
Oh, Nails, you just got to keep coming for Alaska, man.
Not Fairbanks, my friend. Not up there. That's too Alaska for me. It's too much Alaska.
You sure you don't want to come visit? There's really not much to do up here.
Too much Alaska. There's everything. There's too much of a good thing, and that is too much.
Oh, man. Now handling it. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'll Anchorage all day, but Fairbanks.
I love Anchorage. I love it. It's just, it's a sketchy place, though.
that is a true statement, my friend. Some of the strangest things I've ever seen in my life have been in Anchorage. And I lived in Asia for 4.5 years, so that's saying something.
Oh, man, yeah. The Tide there, Jack G is going to put on 2 points there to bring them back within 14. Now trying to answer back is going to be the Royals as they roll out here. That will be a quick slap away by Mustake as DeWup is on the other side to receive it. DeWup walking it up here, going to try to maybe just take it in on his own. That will be DeWup sitting it in, and DeWup single-handedly carrying that disc in from the pass from Mustake there. Beautiful, beautiful setup and beautiful walk.
quickly encroaching on that 40-point mark here. Now 6 points away. The Tide have yet to find an answer here to slow down this Scranton Royals offense as they got the joust advantage. We'll see what they come out here. Good push. Initially, Jack G picking up there. The QB is going to send it forward. High in the ceiling there. Mustake is going to be there to meet it right. Reading that pass all day long. Takes a great bounce there to DeWup off the near side boot. He's going to try and dump it in there. Not going to find any luck. They're going to pick it back up, and the Tide are back on the offensive push here. Parent him by herself. Sends it. Disregard. Has Voodoo over there on the near side. Going to kick it over to Voodoo. Voodoo finds the open goal, but not able to connect there. Slightly off. Parent him picks it right back up. Whoa! There it is. There it is. Clip it. That was the Paradigm flick right there. You saw her, it looked like she was going for a pass to the shield, and then that thing came in blazing at 17 meters per second from 6 meters out. Basically, somebody's shooting a bullet in your face. So there you go.
That was a no-look shot there, as Pero was looking at that shield, as he pointed out. That will be taken away by Jack G and sent in now for 3 points. The Daytona Tide here able to close that gap now within 11 points, as this third quarter is almost, well, not almost halfway through. We still got a little bit to go here, but yeah, no, beautiful setup there. Paradigm was trying to find Voodoo there on the ceiling for the pass for the three. Unfortunately, just ended up resulting in a totally intentional bounce pass right back to Pero, and was able to find those 2 points. Beautiful shot there from Pero nonetheless, and from Jack G. That is now into the hands of Ryan as he sends it low into the trench side. Will not be picked up by that Daytona Tide player, but not for long. Jack G gets a hand on it and is getting that stop. That will be Voodoo picking it up and sending it in for 3 more points here. Now on a streak here is the Daytona Tide.
And the Daytona Tide there found what they needed there as they close that gap. Now back down to 8, and a great call there for a timeout, I'm assuming from Scranton Royals. And from Scranton Royals there, good timeout, and that was an excellent decision here. You've been running the game all game long there, and now have 3 unanswered goals back to an 8-point difference. It's exactly what you need to try and break that momentum for the Daytona Tide. And Z, I mean, what do you think they're talking about?
Oh, if you're the Royals right now, you gotta be talking about what's going wrong. You know, you've given up. Shoot, at the start of this third quarter, it was, Brutus, do you have the score? Do you remember?
It was a 13-point game at halftime.
Yeah, and I want to say it was 29-16. So now only an 8-point game here in favor of the Royals, but they did allow the Daytona Tide to get on a little bit of a roll there, and they were able to close that gap. So we're probably going to see them come out here, and maybe that was a timeout just to try to interrupt the flow real quick. Not necessarily to talk about stuff, but maybe just to interrupt that flow. So the Royals here have been doing fantastic so far. They just need to find their footing again.
And they're coming right back out as they do. Hopefully find their footing. Good send there to DeWup. DeWup moving through here the near side tunnel. He has got a bandit chasing him, but gets it away to Mustake. Mustake 1v1. Charges up the throw, holds it high, comes down for the dunk from the sky for 2 points, taking him right back to a 10-point game.
Mustake there looking like Superman flying in with that shot. Like you said, charged it up and was just ready to let it go, and he let it go indeed to extend their lead back up to 10 now as the Tide rolls out. That's going to be Jack G handling it on the QB. Now sending it over to Ryan. Ryan sending it over up to Voodoo. Voodoo now doing some juking around, sending a cross pass into Pero, and stopped there by Baz, but Pero unfortunately getting the stun out there and getting it back into the goal of the side of that side of the Royals there. So now an 8-point lead for the Royals.
Yeah, now 8 points there. Still holding on to it there. Good stop there initially, but the Tide doing some great work, bringing some offense there to stun out the goalie and go right back for a reattempt there. Mustake kicking it through to DeWup. DeWup look for options. It's a dance-off as DeWup kicks it right back to the back line. Babs is going to grab it, slow it down. Looking for options here. Phones a friend. Right back to DeWup there on the near side. It's going to walk back in. Dance shoes come right back on. And, red here on that one. The disco is closed, my friend. But Babs there on the pickup from the back line, going to bring it right back in. Again, DeWup getting shut down by the dance police all day long here just outside the blue bubble. Jack G is able to pick that up, try to turn it right back around. Babs coming in to perturb, trying to slow the play down. He's able to kick it out, but does not find a good clear there. Gets a hand on it right before it makes it into the near side tunnel. Going to get cleared out here. Offense overshoots. Here comes the defense picking it back up. They try to kick it out. Not going to find daylight here. DeWup's there to find it. Kick it through the far side tunnel. Takes a bad bounce there off of the ceiling. But Masake is going to pick it up. Send a long call. Gets denied there off the bounce there from the rim, but they're going to be able to pick it right back up. We got ourselves a little bit of scrum on the far side. Psychotic kicks it back to DeWup. DeWup looking for options. Comes right back then off the nugget block. Again, gets shut down, but Sai's there to pick it right back up. Sends a bounce pass to the back. Mastake from the floor looking for options. We got ourselves a whole down meated inside the bubble, but DeWup's going to finally find it and catch a bank shot there for 2.
Yeah, a little bit of a scramble there, and yeah. DeWup saw that disc, took it, and said, the donut's mine, and I'm putting it in the goal. So, you know, I don't blame DeWup there. I'm hungry, if you can't tell, and donuts look really good. So that's why I refer to that disc as a donut, as Jack G sends out that disc over to Ryan. Ryan sending it high over to Voodoo. Voodoo now handling it, sending a cross pass over to Paranem. Paranem now finding a pass on the shield to Ryan. Ryan's going to try to take it in, but again, Babs with the defensive stop there. Beautiful save. Now into the hands of Jack G, sending it up high over to Voodoo. Voodoo now doing some moves on the ceiling. Going to try to find a bounce shot. Will not find it. That will be Jack G picking it up. Now into the hands of Jack G. Is going to take a long shot for 3 as that goalie was bothered. Maybe stunned out there. Now closed within 7 points. The Daytona Tide have shifted this tide, possibly here in this third quarter.
And right now, if you're the Scranton Royals, you're looking for those extra 2 points to get you to that 40 mark. Put a little bit of wind back in your sails here. Still a 7-point game. Still plenty of time with another quarter left here for the Tide to close this gap and turn it into a food fight in the fourth quarter. As the Royals here burning some time, some good passes there, a little bit of perturbing going on there at the midfield. They're going to pick it back up. And it looks like they're trying to send it over to the far side there. It's going to get intercepted by Paranem. Paranem's going to kick it right back out. Here come the defensive chains and the offensive chains. Everybody overshoots. Psychotic making some good adjustments there. Gets it. Tries to send it to the near side, but Voodoo's picking it up. Jack G coming in. Sent to the far side. No connection. Back to the loose disc. 20 seconds left here going into the end of the third quarter. Sends it right back forward. Paranem again trying to connect on the far side. Nobody's home there. Just slightly outside of the reach. As they try to get a clear here, takes a bad bouncer off the trench. Ryan J's coming back in. Multiple attempts here for Daytona Tide to put some points on the board going into the end of the third quarter. Gets stunned out. Good pickup by Mastake. He's going to kick it back loose. Paranem for the back line. Not enough time. That'll take us in the third quarter. We'll be right back with the fourth and final quarter. 7-point game. The Tide are crawling back. Is it high tide or is it low tide? I don't know. We'll find out when we come right back.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Welcome back to Wildcard Tuesday. We have got a great matchup here in our second match of the night. Scranton taking on Daytona. We saw this lead stretch as high as, I believe, 13 was the max, but Daytona Tide have found an answer here, brought it back to within 7. Looking forward to an exciting fourth quarter here. Nails, Gunslinger, what'd you see there in the third?
Z.
Got to quote Nails here just for the fun of it. We saw 2 teams play Echo. No, man.
Was I wrong? I wasn't wrong.
You were wrong. No, you weren't. No, so the Tide there was able to capitalize more on those defensive stops that I pointed out there at halftime, that they were not able to capitalize so much in that first half. Now allowing them to close this gap here, only to 7 points. The Royals there, though, they were not able to find really much to get going there. And, you know, again, another long shot from Jack G. Find the bottom of the goal. Now closing that gap to 4 points. And they've just been, again, Jack G's been lights out here in the second half, Nails.
Yeah, Jack G has been doing it. Jack and Voodoo with each just crawling up the assist stats there and the point stats. 12 and 15 apiece, 3 and 4 apiece there for the assists. And really, really capitalizing on every opportunity they have here to try and put points on the board. As the the Royals are going to try and get one through. DeWup gets stunned out here in the center by Voodoo, reading that DeWup was unguarded. Knew that was going to be a problem. Good pickup there. Sends it back through the neutral zone here, and we're back on the offense for the Daytona Tide. Kicks it forward. Paradigm. Oh, no. With the long sling from 28 meters out, and Scranton Royals have yet to find that 4 mark here, have been bottled up on every single offensive push here.
Wow, beautiful take there by Pero to send it in for 3 more points. Now two unanswered goals here to start this fourth quarter for the side of the Daytona Tide. Only down by 1 now as Mistake handles it, and something I'm seeing here is DeWup is definitely getting covered more now. Now they're playing a little bit of a man on DeWup, so trying to shut out that offensive heavy hand, and although he's not been the only player to play heavy-handed tonight, Mistake has definitely been a huge factor. Also Babs as well, taking it in there for 2 more points to extend their lead back up to 3 for the Scranton Royals.
And the Royals there doing some good work. Really utilizing, I think what I'm seeing is that they know DeWup is being covered there, and they're using that to kind of draw the defense out. You saw Babs basically able to walk in from well outside the bubble to basically roll in and be able to go 1v1 versus the goal because there was no pressure coming as they were worried about DeWup over there as they on the offensive push here coming right back. We'll see if they continue to use that strategy to free up some lanes. A couple shots in here, 2 attempts. They're not going to connect. Good pick up there. Mistake is going to send it forward. Gets bottled up in the neutral zone. DeWup gets a hand on it, sends it forward. Offensive stacks are just slightly off there. Paradigm's going to get the first. Sends it back. Good pickup by DeWup on the read. Oh, tries to come right back in for a 3-pointer. Just hits the bottom of the ding ring there. Picks up its own rebound. It's going to bottle it back to Mistake on the back line. Mistake is going to send it in there, trying to read the bounce off the floor. Not going to get there. DeWup gets stunned out at the ceiling as they clear it out. Mistake there on the read at the back line doing some great work. It's going to slow it down now.
Yeah, slowing it down here is Mistake. Has time to burn as they do have a lead, but not a comfortable one as Voodoo gets that stop off the shot attempt from Psychaotic. Slapped away there by the Scranton Royals. A little bit of back and forth here, ping pong action going on as DeWup falls into his hands, but Voodoo's going to get the pick off there. That was a shot attempt. That is going to be not all the way out. Paradigm's going to find it there. Going to try to find the clear out. Will find it, but taking a weird bounce back into the valley side as Jack G finds it. That goalie is in. Babs is in the goal there for the Scranton Royals, so not allowing that 3 points as Voodoo now handling it. Gets a pass off to Ryan, and Ryan's going to put it in for 2 points there. Back within 1 is the Daytona Tide.
Oh no. 1 point game here, coming up on the halfway mark of the fourth quarter, and the Scranton Royals losing a little bit of the steam there. I think they're bringing that pressure that they saw the first half of the game, but there's really been an excellent answer out of the Daytona Tide here the second half, really denying that climb that we saw out of Scranton Royals the first half. And DeWup, they're taking another shot there, just slightly off the mark. Not able to connect, usually right on with those, and those are definitely hurting their lead and their score right now. Is we've been seeing a lot of dingers coming out of DeWup here with some of these being open goals or some of them just being off the rim there. Some what would have been really good placement here as they're back on the offensive push. Voodoo up here on the ceiling, looking for options, tries to send it over there behind the clock. Oh, coming in for the dunk is Jack G, and they are up. First lead of the game by 1 point, 41-40, 3:40 left in the game.
Yeah, and right now, if you're the Royals, you gotta stay cool. You gotta stay collected. This is where chemistry really comes in hand here. Knowing that you have friends that can keep you guys under in the right headspace. And DeWup here has just not been able to find much in the second half. A couple things. Unfortunately, might just be those playoff jitters, fighting for the wild card, fighting to get into the playoffs here, if I'm not wrong, Nails. Yep. Fully. This is the wild card game. Now sit down to Paradigm. Paradigm's trying to find a pass, maybe just to clear out. That will be Mistake getting the stun out on Voodoo. Now Mistake handling it. Maybe going to offer the reset. Does. Sent back to Babs. Babs now handling it. Going to try to get a clear out. Will get it through all the way out into the side of the Tide, but right back into the hands of Ryan. Ryan playing deep there. Was able to pick off that clear. Now right into the hands of DeWup. Babs now handling it off the pass from DeWup, and Babs is going to find 3 points here to bring it back up to 2 point lead.
Right there. finding the daylight. Babs there off a great interception from a clear from the Daytona Tide. And we said it at the beginning, those ineffective clears are going to bite you, and that's exactly what happened there. Great grab by Babs. Finding daylight, nobody's home. That was an amazing shot. You were right, Unsound. That was incredible. And they're getting bottled up again. Mistake bringing it forward to Size. They've got options. 3v1. Now, oh, no, takes a shot there. It's going to be off the outside rim. Backline hustling back, trying to get it. Paranim's going to get her hand on it first. We got ourselves a scrum there on the floor. Who comes away with it but Babs? Babs sends another long one, tries to increase that lead up to 5. Not going to be able to connect there as the Tide pick up that rebound, send it long into the blue side bubble. Not able to get a handle on it is DeWup. And it's going to turn right back over to the Tide.
Yeah, right back into the Tide's favor now. That was DeWup trying to get a hand on it. Maybe I think got a slap away on it. Unfortunately, which is not able to pick up the slap. That will be Ryan trying to send in that shot attempt. And we saw a couple of shots there from the side of the Royals. Unfortunately, just did not fall. That will be DeWup, though, sitting in it for long. That's going to take a ding. Will be Babs, though, to pick it up. And now extending their lead up to 4 is the Royals. The Tide here definitely still have time, but they got to be quick. They only got a minute as we roll out of this, as we roll out of these tunnels. That is going to be a 4-point deficit. They got to come back from, Nils.
Yeah, 4-point deficit, 60 seconds left here. They've got to make the magic happen very, very quick. Not quite out of mathematical time here as they send it forward. Good long clear is going to miss the connect there on the far side with just like, I think that is Voodoo. Voodoo picks it back up there off a slap. Tries to send one from the far side boot. Not going to connect. It's going to bounce right back out. We got ourselves a loose disc. Good pickup by DeWup. Trying to send it forward. Kicks it through to the far side tunnel, but Paranim's there to read it. Kicks it right back forward down to the far side boot. Jack G coming in. Sends it over to Voodoo. Voodoo looking for 2. Joust advantage is going to go back to Scranton Royals. 30 seconds left here. Time is on their side.
Yeah, and the Royals here are maybe going to try to go for a quick slap and clear out. So the Tide here may want to play a 2-2 offensive push and a defensive backstack here. But it's going to be tight. That is going to be Babs holding on to it. Maybe all a little too long, but does get it off. That will be into the hand of Ryan. Ryan now handling a disc. Has some time to score here. That will be Jack G trying to find a pass off. Will not find it. That's going to be Ryan trying to send in that last heave, but unfortunately just not going to fall in time as the Royals walk away with a 45-43 win over the Daytona Tide.
And there it is. And Jucifer, your stats stay safe for now as the Scranton Royals walk away with a W here on what was a nail biter all the way down to a 2-point game here, finishing up with the Daytona Tide. They definitely did go to the store and buy some climbing spice because they worked their way up to the top of Pikes Peak, but they couldn't get there they couldn't get there before the Scranton Royals, who are going to walk away with the W here and continue on into the playoffs. They're going up against Ottawa Frost next, who have the best record in the Western Conference.
Or the Eastern Conference, either way. But yeah,
Conference.
absolutely. They are still in it. They have made it to the round of 8, which was what tonight was all about. It was also about some great action in an arena with people playing Echo with a disc and passing it around and trying to score goals. And both of these teams just did that so extremely well. Daytona down 13 points at the half, bringing all the way back to within 2. But what an exciting finish. Both of these teams, hats off. Earning a spot in this wild card matchup, but only one team can advance, and that indeed is going to be the Scranton Royals for tonight. We saw a lot of great play out of both of these teams tonight. Nails, you went first last time as a gunslinger. I'll put you on the spot as we take a look at our Holtzhauer Auto and Motorsports stunt man of the match. Who you got?
You have to go first.
This is a tough one. This is really tough because all these players on the side of the Royals and Daytona Tide played amazing games. Oh, man. Oh, all right. I'm going to go with the backline, Babs. Babs has got my vote.
Oh, dude. So it was a toss-up between Babs and Mistake for me. Dude, I think Babs did some incredible work their second half. Really, really stood out. And moving forward there, I think I was saying Mistake's name so much that game. Only got 1 assist credited to him, but 6 saves, 25 stuns, 2 steals, 13 points. Dude, that's a tough one. I think going to split the decision. I think I'm going to go with Mustake and let the crowd decide. But between those two, that was who it was for me. It was either Babs or Mustake, because I think the defense for the Scranton Royals and the back line for the Scranton Royals is what won this game for them. That is what allowed them to bring that pressure so early and get that lead and force the Tide into an uphill battle for the entire rest of the game.
All right, it is a split decision. Mustake and Babs. B-Love, good on you. You're right. D-Wup has got some numbers, but it's Mustake and Babs up for the award. Get your votes in.
Get them in indeed. And, Nails, I'm going to have to, I will agree with you on Mustake there about, the split decision. It was very tough for me. Mustake was also one of my votes. Just Babs, definitely played a huge part in that back line and front line offense tonight. So, congratulations to Babs for getting my vote. I guess it's just going to come down to the chat's decision now. So,
yes, exercise your rock the vote. Vote or die. All the previous voting slogans we've seen in the past. Do the thing with the voting. I think second half. If we were just basing it on second half, for me, it would be Babs, hands down. But I think when you take the whole game into account, I think Mustake, was very active. They were both very active. I don't think Mustake was as active in the second half as he was in the first half. But I think creating that gap and allowing them to play a lot more freely because that back line was being held down by the two of them. I think Mustake overall for me is what did it for the entire game. But yeah, I think Babs, if it came down to winning or losing this game, I think probably Babs in the second half was really what put it away for the Scranton Royals. But I'm a big picture guy. That's my jam. We'll see who's getting the stunt man here.
So we will come back to that. Get your votes in. We are actually going to take a quick break right now, and we are going to go jump into an interview. Don't go far. I'll be right back with you. Welcome back to Nepa TV. This is Brutus. I am joined by your Eastern Conference Wildcard winners, the Scranton Royals. Royals, congratulations on a huge, huge victory here in this Wildcard matchup. It was a great match indeed. Who wants to talk to me about the flow of the game and what it took for you guys to walk away with this W?
Psych, you want to take this?
I'll talk. You want to talk for?
You go for it. I still have COVID throat, so let's not do that.
We started off strong by having a 20-point lead because we were running fast, and we were taking advantage of that. And then we called to play slower because we were folding a little bit and scoring less and dinging shots or missing or whatever, so we were pressuring a lot. And then we slowed it a bit too much, I think. I don't know if you guys agree.
Yeah.
A little bit. But
They killed the momentum and kind of killed the vibe.
Yeah, and then we got a bit quiet, but then we started scoring again, and then we were loud. It was like a wave, like good scoring, and then
Yeah.
it was stable, and then they got a huge lead, and we were like a bit down, and then we were like, okay, no, we're playing fast again, and it sort of worked, but our mental was still a bit down. But we were great, and I think we all played great today, and I'm proud of them, and I think Saki is proud of us too.
I couldn't agree more, and we'll talk a little bit about the stuntman discussion that we had here in the booth before we came live with you guys. It was a heated conversation because you all really did just play so well that it was as tough of a stuntman as we have ever had to award. That being said, who made the call to have a timeout there in the third quarter when the Daytona Tide really started to heat up?
That was Psych.
Yeah, Psych, what were you seeing? What made you think this is a good time to change up the play a little bit? And what adjustments did you make coming out of that timeout?
I mean, you know, as a captain, as a coach, as a caster, the biggest mistake I see teams, they wait until they have blown their lead to take the timeout and ice the other team. And my biggest concern was like, look, they're on a couple points roll. We've stopped talking. Let's take the minute now while we still have this lead to get our heads in check, reevaluate what's going on here so that we come out strong again before we blow that lead. And as you saw, we needed it for later in the game. So I'd like to think that might call.
Yeah, we made the mistake last time against Daytona. We waited too long with the timeout, and they got a whole bunch of momentum. They were running man defense, which hard countered us. We just couldn't get it past our side of the field. So we just wanted to kind of preemptively call timeout just to reassess where we're at and then kind of attack it again. So.
Well, it was timely indeed, and you're right. There was a momentum swing that was going the Tide's way. You did a great job to overcome that. Like you said, you had built such a large lead, and then you have to deal with that mentality of them coming back, of putting on some points that you didn't see necessarily in the first half. So I thought it was very timely and great adjustments made there, which is why you were able to hang on for this lead. Congratulations again. You are now in the Final Four of the Eastern Conference. So you have got your first win of the tournament, and congrats on that. So let's see. Next up will be Ottawa. What's the preparation going to look like for the Royals getting ready for that matchup against the #1 seed in the East?
I mean,
Take them like we did last time.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I wasn't there, and they played amazing. So.
They did.
It's going to be a tough match.
It was a 1-point game.
It game came down to the wire. So it's going to be a fun match. I'm excited for it.
Indeed, and I hope all of our viewers tune back in to watch the Scranton Royals put up another great fight in that one. Thank you all so much for your time here in the interview and for putting on a great show for all of our viewers tonight. It was a very, very heated discussion on the Stuntman Trophy. Again, we talked about how everybody made their contribution tonight. It came down to a vote from our viewers. And so, Babs, congratulations.
Let's go,
you
Babs.
have earned the Stuntman. Put that virtual trophy on your virtual mantle and celebrate. Congrats to you. Great match to you all. And congratulations for moving forward here in the tournament. Good luck with Ottawa.
Thank you
so
thank
much.
You.
Yeah.
And with that, that will conclude our broadcast for the night. Thanks to all of our viewers. Thank you to Nails and the Gunslinger doing a great job bringing us all of the action. And as always, Muted crushing it on the cams and getting the production running. So thanks. Hats off to the entire team. Do not miss tomorrow night starting at 7 p.m. Central. We have got Pro Series Wildcard action coming your way. We'll see the Phoenix Vipers take on the Chicago Wizards and the Austin Burners take on the Orlando Cyclones. So be back here 7 p.m. Central tomorrow night. That's all I've got. Nails, Gun, any parting words?
Happy playoff day. I'm super excited.
Yeah, happy playoffs, guys. And as you know, quoting Nails again, we're here to watch two teams play Echo.
We watched two teams. They played Echo. One of them walked away with the W. Congrats to the Royals.
Congratulations, Royals.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
That's it for tonight. See ya.
Good job, guys. Super proud of y'all. Y'all played awesome.
Heck yeah. Geez, y'all.
30 seconds. This one is loose in the Destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to
get
clear
it cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no!
Get the finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not
look
anymore.
at,
No,
look at,
no. Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.